Health is the most important aspect for development of a person. Health, so it includes physical, mental, and social well. Now, physical means the overall aspects if we look according to physiological manners. Physiological manners, I mean externally what a person can do, whether it's weakness or something like that. If the person is told to be fit, when physically fit, when they are able to do normal things at a very basic rate, they have no problem doing certain things. Mental things, by meaning mental health means that when somebody has some sort of disorder in the neurological orders. This means it means that neurological order. It means that they have something in their mind that oppresses them from doing some things. And social well-being. What does social well-being mean? Social well-being means where that the person cannot get around people or he's not comfortable around some people. Specifically in a group of crowd, he's not able to socialize with other people. He's not able to communicate with other people as, as other. According to the WHO, the World Health Organization has three different parameters: physical health, social health, mental health. Physical health means physiological order. Mental mental means neurological orders, and social means the social skills that every person should hold in normal conservation conversations between two people. How to maintain good health? Sound sleep, regular exercise, balanced diet, yoga and meditation. Avoid alcohol, person in stress management and healing. Now, it is told that when kids in suppose we can take an example of India itself. Many of the cases have come in front of us due to the pressure in subjects or due to the pressure in other things. The, the people of our age, which is the 14 towards 20 years old, this age span has more suicide rates than the people that are above our age. What does this mean? That we are not able to manage our stress accordingly. Now, sound asleep is a very big problem that goes around our community, or not even community. What happens in our age group is that most of the people think that it is better to live at night or like explore at the night or like study or do some things that rather than performing them at daytime. Regular exercise. When we regularly exercise, when we give our body a specific mechanism or a specific uh, what do you call it, span a specific span to keep the body in continuous motion is called as regular exercise. Regular exercise not only develops your physiological health, but it also develops your mental health as well. Balanced diet. Balanced diet means having perfect nutrition, which ensures the stability for the physiological conditions. Balanced diet, in the sense we take protein, milk, and all calcium accordingly. Yoga and meditation. When we do yoga and meditation calms our mind, which improves mental health and social health. Avoid alcohol. Alcohol is one of the most hugest aspect that we have, as alcohol causes physical strain also, and also neurological strains. When we see a drunk person, we can see that he's not capable to understand about things, capable to understand things at some level. Personal hygiene. Personal hygiene is one of the most important aspects. Personal hygiene is one of the most important aspects, as personal hygiene can get you away from a lot of diseases and it can put you towards a lot of disease. If you don't maintain personal hygiene, there are a lot of things that can happen in our body. Whether it is fungal infection or it's other things. Stress management and humor. Stress management is as I told accordingly that when the age span between 14 to 20 years, there are a lot of suicide cases that come due to stress. Stress causes a lot of people to suicide. That's why there is a specific segment for it. Diseases. Diseases are two types of things: congenital diseases and acquired diseases. Congenital diseases is the ones that are caused by hierarchy. Hierarchy. What do you mean? From first progeny to the second progeny. By first progeny and the second progeny, we mean that suppose my parents have some disease and that is passed on to me as a as a progenitor. It's not a legacy. It is something that is passed from generations to generations. It is like genes. Suppose your parents have brown eyes or someone has blue eyes. So if you see the progeny, one of them would have either blue eyes or one of them will have either brown eyes. So that is it is called a trait. If you see in biological terms, it is called a trait that we get from our parents. Congenital diseases are the diseases that we get from our parents. Acquired diseases. Acquired diseases is something that happens to us by external factors. If we consume anything, if we are doing anything wrong, or whether it's an STD. STDs are sexually transmitted diseases. If any of these come in contact, then we get acquired disease. Because first we were fully fit about it, and then when we get into such influences, we get acquired. It branches. In acquired disease, there is communicable or infectious and non-communicable and non-infectious. Infectious means from one person, from one specific individual, it can go to the another individual, causing causing the other person to also get affected by it. So it is contagious, non-contagious. Smallpox ringworm. What is this infection? Suppose I am it can go to my partner as well, whoever would be with me, or whoever would be present with me. And non-communicable that is that is that cannot be spread. Suppose I have diabetes, cannot be spread to my uh, to the people that I live with, the people that I sit with, or whatever. When you are in normal aspect, suppose in non-communicable there is cancer, there's diabetes, there's allergies, and in communicable there is malaria. No? Nephritis. Nephritis is something that you get in the genital, and it is fully for some. It is when you don't maintain your hygiene in your uh, genitals, then that happens. Infectious diseases, viral, bacterial, fungal, and protozoal. Viral is chicken pox, jaundice, influenza, mumps, rabies, dengue, common cold, and AIDS. These are viral. These can go around our air, go into our air, and then it can come towards us. These are called by some virus. Bacteria, bacteria which cause leprosy, whooping cough, tuberculosis, tetanus, typhoid, plague. Plague was a really huge disease in the 19th century. A lot of people died because of it. Ringworms, athlete's foot, and thrush. Ringworms is something that happens to us when we eat something when and it comes in our body and it stays in our body and acts as a host. It's called as fungal because what it does is basically it goes inside an individual, and when it goes inside an individual, it makes the person and host and it lives off the host. Matlab, the nutrition that I take will partially go to the fungi and it will consume it, and I will also have it, but I'll have it in lower quantity because the fungus will need more food to replicate or at least food. Protozoa. Protozoa are the ones that are caused by specific there are specific organisms that cause suppose malaria, dysentery, sleeping sickness, kala azar. or social diseases of social causes of diseases. Overcrowding. Overcrowding is something that really goes on, and it can cause many of the things because when some people get AIDS or HIV, they don't realize about their HIV or AIDS. So what they do is go out in public and they are really careless. Suppose and the blood molecule falls on some persons and that comes in contact with his blood. The HIV can go into their DNA, combine with it, and also infect the other person. This can get to a very high extent, and it is really dangerous. HIV is one of the most dangerous diseases as it has no cure to it. And overcrowding, also there are many things. Suppose typhoid. Typhoid can also spread when blood molecules or the saliva or the water vapor that goes into the air that comes in contact with another person, an healthy individual, and that healthy individual comes in contact and then breathes in. So that can combine with the individual's DNA and cause it him or her to get also disease. And also air and sound pollutions. Now, especially in air and sound pollutions, air pollution can cause many of the things. Like suppose asthma, emphysema, lung cancer, other lung infections. Now, to asthma is a disease in which the thoracic part, the place where the epiglottis is there, or the thoracical cavity is there. Over there, there is a deposition of a layer of mucus, and that mucus thin the thin it makes the this pathway thin and that causes it to go properly. Hence, it makes the person hard to breathe. It has it does not have a cure. You can stop it. And lung cancer can happen due to smoke and many other aspects as well. And water sanitization and problems as well as water sanitation can lead to diarrhea and similar other most of the things that happen due to water sanitization is that there is more disease and gastrointestinal infections. Intestinal, intestinal. It is pronounced as intestinal. What happens in this that when contaminated water gets in contact with an individual, it causes the person to have some diseases in the stomach. Urbanization can lead to a lot of things that are unhealthy diet, laziness, and high calorie food, less nutrition. Now, urbanizations can have a good side and have a bad side. Urbanization can cause now these people prefer to have fast food over having well cooked home food. As fast food is more reliable and easier to eat and more tastier in comparison. Poverty. Poverty is also one of the things as a lot of people can't afford health hygienic conditions. cannot attend hygienic conditions. Social progress of six. Social relationship, employment, dependence, lack of communication, and education. What happens in social relationship is when someone or some an individual hurts in another person, whether it is in any need. So it causes the mental health to go down. Employment. Now, due to unemployment, there is a lot of things there, whether it is uh, if you see it in a very broad perspective, you can see that unemployment can cause physiological dependencies also, as well as neurological, or you can say mental problems as well. As when a person is unemployed, he gets depressed, and uh, a lot of physiological things happen towards them. They start to grow big, they start to age quicker, or they are not physically fit at some point when they take stress and all. Because stress also also like harms our body in physiological ways in a very slow process, but it harms us. Dependence. Now, dependence means when we are completely on something, or we are dependent on something. Suppose some people have to smoke, or else they can't get up in the morning, cannot go through a perfect routine. So hence we can say that they're dependent on cigarettes for a living. And education. Education sometimes, if we see it in both ways or in a broader perspective, education, whether it's in terms of educating the people that are in poor local side. Thank you.